Yo, what's going on, everybody?
Yo,
Yo.
Welcome back. I can't believe that
it's like
happened.
it's like we were just here.
We were just here. The shit just fucking happened to me.
Just way less ready and organized.
Oh, this is episode 33 of the Streamers Paradise podcast. What's going on, everybody? Yo, Queenie, thank you for the biddies. I appreciate you. Venom hit me with 5 gifted right beforehand. Dingo Dave rated with a party of, what was it, 77, 78. Thank you so much, Dingo. Yanni hit me with 17 months. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. My computer fucking freaked out. I don't know what that's all about, but it happened.
You reset it and everything at least?
Yeah, I just reset it.
Yeah.
I mean, what else am I
Okay.
supposed to do?
Yeah, no, let's be smart about that too. And that happens to me sometimes lately too, like 2 or 3 times. Like, I just fuck up lagging stream and I had to reset my whole shit.
It was weird.
Everybody needs a new updated CPU. Get that 7000 series.
Yo, so we got a couple of topics tonight that we're going to talk about. We've been throwing the GIF around a little bit. Not too much, but a couple of topics out of the podcast section of the Discord.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it. There's very good topics. I felt like I got a lot of reactions from a lot of people. So people that don't know the podcast topic channel, you guys could throw us some suggestions for us to talk about. What was the first one?
You guys want to start?
Yo, first off, I want to congratulate real quick COD Lady, JB, and Dobie.
Again.
I mean, COD Lady, and JB. Getting mod is no joke, man. Getting mod is really, it's no bullshit. You gotta have a backbone. Like a thick one.
You gotta be here for a while too.
Yeah.
Gotta be here and show that.
You gotta deal with some shit, man. You gotta go through the fucking ringer. So, congrats.
I feel like they haven't.
Not that I want to say Steph is easy to get, but it's a lot less. It's a lot less of a deal. Like getting mod after that, like going up from there is just generally every step is a pretty big deal from there up.
I think people looks at it like if like every step you're gonna get easier in ranks, like less work, but it's not like that here. It's we expect you to do more at each position you get, you know, and that's it comes with a big responsibility, and you guys are proving it so far. So I hope we can even prove it more in mod, you know, like yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I really want to get more new members in here, new recruits, new people that are excited to get involved in the streaming community. It's really hard to maintain that energy, man. It's hard to keep new people coming in and out. This had such a big boom of energy, this space, and then it really taken a step back too. You know what I mean? Like this space had a giant influx during COVID.
COVID.
Yeah, huge. And now
huge,
COVID COVID is straight up lifted. Like COVID is gone. Like it's not
flu.
gone.
It's
basically
get your COVID shot.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it don't
That's how
matter.
you get more.
It don't matter what you're doing. It don't matter if you're sick. If you're sick, they don't even fucking like quarantine you no more, right? Like you still come
It's
to
like,
work
no,
after
I
a
think
couple
they
days.
say 3 days. Like it's literally like the common cold at this point. Stay home for a couple days and I come.
Yeah, exactly. So trying to keep everybody vaccinated and shit now, you know.
Yeah, and if you're
That's what you gotta
positive but you have no symptoms, they'll let you come in.
Yeah, as long as you don't have symptoms. I think as long as you're symptom free.
Which is fucking nuts. Nah, it's 5 days off. Maybe for you as a union worker, but I know that right before I stopped working, they didn't give a fuck.
I know with my job is they're gonna tell me like, oh, if you feel sick, don't come the fuck in. Like I have humans that work with me. They don't they're like, nah, don't come in here and get everybody sick. Stay home. Use your PTO, but stay home.
Right, though, that's the thing.
Right?
Right? Use your PTO.
but stay home.
My job made me work. I had to work from home.
But no, that's the thing. Well, that's the thing is right now I work from home, so like I'm good. Like I'd be fine. I wouldn't have to take any PTO.
Yeah.
Like we have mandatory days in the office. Well, my team, I don't have mandatory days in the office, but some sales and they're trying to put us mandatory days. But if I said, "Hey, man, I got COVID," they'd say, "All right, work from home." Like, so I actually wouldn't like my job. I wouldn't have to use PTO. But I'm sure there's a ton out there that would say, yeah, "Fuck it, use PTO."
So Ragnarod's saying that it's 5 days per the CDC. I don't know how that works. I know
thought it was
that
3.
I know that there is no fucking way that the company that I was working for was giving people 5 days. They definitely weren't getting paid. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Had to
no, I
use
think
their
it's just
sick
like
time. It was
it's a common cold. Now, if you get it, you got to use your PTO, and if not, then you're not getting paid. Take it off. I don't come in with it, but you're not going to get paid.
I thought it used to be like 10 or fucking 2 weeks.
10. It was like 10. Yeah, it was like 10.
Yo, people,
I think it was literally
it.
like 2 weeks. Then it was 10. Then it was 5.
I can't even lie to you, bro. There was I had a lot of time off because of fucking COVID brushes with people and shit, like contact.
I remember that shit, dude. I remember that.
Yeah.
I work, man. I hate
not for nothing. Not that, like I know. I would say I know that you're like a germaphobe a little bit, right? Like I know you don't like.
I've gotten a lot better. I've gotten a lot better recently, and I'll tell you why. Because I've been around several people who are definitely sick with COVID, right? Like 100% positive, especially like my mother, and I was like right there next to her, helping her and shit, and didn't get it. I've been around, like, I'm almost positive she got it, and I didn't get it, right? Like, I've been in public places, I haven't even gotten the sniffles. I am the Magic Johnson of COVID-19.
probably had it. Just might have had it and like passed it, like, you know, but never had any symptoms. But no, what I was gonna say was when I remember these days, because this was when I was way more active here. I remember when you were taking these, I want to say these COVID vacations, right? Not to say like, but you were kind of happy about it because you were like got to focus on the Discord, because when you were working back then, you couldn't really focus on the Discord. So I remember you were like, for those 2 weeks you were out, like 2 weeks at a clip, it's like you were in the Discord so much more, like putting so much work into it. And then it was like shit, like you're like, I have to go back to work, like fuck.
Yeah, but now that I do it full time, it's like I'm dizzy with how busy it is, right?
Like,
no,
I know. I was saying back then. I remember.
No, but
like,
back
you almost look forward to it.
I did absolutely look forward to it, and I also felt like I had better time management then, if that makes sense, right? Like, I don't even know how to describe it. I don't know how to describe it, but once this became my sole focus, I don't know, man. It's hard to describe. It's hard to describe like how overwhelmingly time consuming this whole fucking thing is. You know what I mean?
Well,
and like how you just like 6 hours disappears, right? Like you're doing something and it's like there's no tangible thing to see. Right? Like it's not a tangible thing. Like what you
don't build something and you're like, okay, here, this part's done.
Right. 6 hours later, here you go. Yo, Cloudy Cakes, thank you for the 7 months, brother. I appreciate you, man. I hope you had a wonderful vacation. Thank you so much, dude. Yo, grow my own, you and me both. When COVID hit, my work does 4 hours a day, rotating people until they made us work from home. Tell them how you freaked out coming to see. Bro, I would not play games with no COVID shit. What up, Munchie? Island got fucked over by everyone claiming the COVID payments, even though they had no jobs or COVID. Well, yeah, so that was another thing, the big fraud. There was a lot of fraud with fucking COVID payments and shit. Tons of fraud. And yeah, I absolutely freaked out about COVID at first because it was killing people. You don't fucking know.
Pippin, I feel like your work schedule is like really bad for COVID. You know, if they rotated people in every 4 hours, it's like exposing more people to possibly COVID as opposed to longer hours.
Yeah, right.
It was like in my area when they started going back to school, the shit made no sense to me. It's like, all right, they're gonna send students 2 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, and then the second half Wednesday, Thursday, and then they were gonna take off on Friday so they could like disinfect the entire school. But it's like, all right, anybody who had it on Monday and Tuesday, if you don't disinfect the school on Wednesday, like the Wednesday, Thursday kids are coming into that shit. It didn't make any sense to me. A lot of these like practices did not make sense to me.
None of them did. My job had one cleaning throughout the whole COVID process. Reyes worked for first like month and then made it work from home, but it was one cleaning throughout that whole process. Like what?
The thing is, though, is that it literally wiped out people so fast. Like the people that were like genetically and immune
Yeah, that already
deficient.
had
Like all the
Yeah.
people that were kind of like weak, it fucking killed them, man. And everybody like it did it. It did that. Like
No, it did.
you know what I mean?
But so
Like
did it. Like so did the flu. You know, like
so it's like the people that are left now, like it's like, oh, well, you know, the strong survived, the young are still here, and you know, we kind of
it's
gotta.
actually crazy. The kids, the younger generation, wasn't as affected by it. My kids had it. I had it. My whole family had it at the same time. Me and my wife and both my little kids.
Yeah.
And me and my wife were like half day. Like so, we were like I was bad for half a day. I got really sick like 6 p.m. like high fever, wanted to die. Woke up the next morning, all that shit was gone, but my body hurt. But like, dude, my kids were literally
Like it
running
wasn't
in
nothing.
circles, bro. And I had to like pick them up, and like I could like it hurt. Like the body pains, like the sick part of it wasn't that bad, but like the 4 or 5 days after, just the body aches and being out of breath quick, and like that shit sucked.
Yeah, the asymptomatic peeps, all that shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You know, my girl worked frontline as a being able to
Nurse,
test people
right?
and shit, and she
Oh.
never got it. And I got it, and I had it. I was with her around there, and my kid never got it. Her got it, never got it. Thank God. But like, yeah, she had worked frontline, and she didn't get that shit. It's kind of crazy.
It's crazy.
That's
The
what I mean.
asymptomatic part is crazy. Like she could have actually had it,
Brought it
but
home.
not showing a symptom.
Yeah, brought it home, gave it to you, never shown nothing. But that's what I'm saying. Like certain people don't get it, and they're fucking right in the middle of the mess. You know what I mean? They're right in it.
Mhm.
So I don't know what it is, man. Yanni was saying the other day, he's like, I'm telling you, it's the fucking weed. It might be. It might be, man. It really might be.
I mean, shit, it might be right.
Possible, bro. You never know.
'Cause I'm sweating THC.
The thing is, like, I got it
I'm
right, and
fucking
a lot of people said
sweating it. You know what I'm saying? I really am. I'm sweating that shit.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm a smoker too. Like, I love it, and but the same way when I had it, I didn't get as a bad like vibe to it. You know, like I wasn't
Get
that
that
sick.
iron
I
in
wasn't
your
like,
blood.
I wasn't dying over here. I was like, you know, I had it and shit, but like, Bo, were you really that sick? Where you really couldn't move around or some shit? You know, or
No. I mean, like, so for the first day I got it, I tested negative in the morning. So we had a family thing to go to, and we was like, I had like just this kind of itch in the back of my throat. So I was like, maybe we should test before we go to this huge family thing, right? We're going to get everybody sick just in case. So we tested. My wife tested positive, and she felt fine. I tested negative, and I felt fine minus this itch. Literally that night, I had like 103-degree fever, could not fucking, like, didn't want to move. Bro, massive fucking headache. Massive headache. Went to sleep, right? Everybody went to sleep. I woke up in the morning, like, that shit never happened. But my muscles were sore. Like, the following days, like, picking up my kids, like, that shit hurt. But, like, I was fine, like, sinus-wise, headache-wise. It was just more body aches and just harder breathing. But it wasn't
that's what I
like a sick in bed throwing up kind of thing.
Let's
body
get
ache. I think that's what I remember. Yeah.
let's get into these.
And I'm type 1 diabetic. Yeah, we got to get into these topics.
Let's get into these topics. We're getting too fucking far off topic into like this fucking hour of the podcast.
40
So I'm
minutes
just gonna
in.
go pop up this fucking GIF real quick, and podcast number 33 topics are dreams, aliens, and Halloween costumes. All right, so real quick, Aspen, I hope you feel better. It has now been worse 2 times. What do you have right now, though? Is it different than COVID, or is it like a new strain of COVID? Answer, and then we'll get into this. Halloween costumes. We got a Halloween costume contest coming up. You will be able to post your pictures of the costumes to enter the contest. The 24th, right? Monday? Is that what that is?
Yeah. Man.
22nd, 23rd, 24th. Yeah, Monday.
Yep,
So,
exactly.
so Monday, you'll be able to post the pictures of your Halloween costumes in there for the contest. I want to see good Halloween costumes. This is going to be the 2nd annual one. This is the 2nd annual SP Halloween costume. This is the 3rd one that me and Chi are hosting. Because we did the first one in my personal Discord, and we only had like 4 people enter the costume contest. So,
Yeah, okay.
so like, and then last year we had, I don't even know how many. We had a ton of people. You know, hopefully this year we have even more people. Winner does get an SP hoodie.
Let's go.
Not a t-shirt, an
Hoodie.
SP
A
hoodie.
fucking hoodie.
A
Right for the
fucking
win.
hoodie.
That's fucking money, bro.
Money,
Yo.
bro. Them shits are like almost $50.
And I want to see all types of pictures. I like personal
That's like
family
that's
pictures.
like 2 t-shirts.
I think they're like
People that have, like,
$35. Not if I'm not kidding, $40. I'm not sure. What'd you say, Clutch?
No, I was saying I want to see like more pictures from everybody, like family pictures. I personally been like a fan of like people that do like group pictures or something, you know, of like the Adams family, for example.
Yeah, facts.
maybe
I saw
I'll-
somebody that last week just all as the Adams family. That shit was amazing to see, you know.
I'll have to submit mine from last year.
Nah, there's no categories. We're going on whichever pictures get the most likes, and you can like as many pictures as you want. It's gonna
Yeah.
we're only gonna count certain emotes though, right? So you're only gonna be able to react with, you know, one
Pretty sure-
emote that counts, right? There's no
What is that
down
like?
voting. There's only one emote that's gonna count.
We'll make sure we make that known in the announcement for it, and yeah,
We'll
pumpkin.
probably
There you go.
put it in the sticky bot or whatever.
Yep.
There's only going to be one emote that counts. You'll be able to vote for multiple pictures. But you know what I mean.
Whatever picture gets the most likes. So get people talking about it. Tune into that channel. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Yo, I got a Batman costume ready to go.
Ooh,
I got
okay.
a Batman costume ready to go. That's me.
Yo, we gonna ask for like dates? Like, I might just post mine from last year because I don't think we're doing like a family thing this year. But last year,
Nah,
last
fuck
year we-
you,
last
bro.
year we-
Don't you do that. I'm geotag you, bro. No. Nah, go fucking
have to
paint your
geotag
face or
everybody.
something. Yes, you do. You have a costume.
That's what I wanted. I would do like zombie paint or some shit.
Last year we did all Avengers. Like me, my wife, and all 3 of the kids. We were all different Avengers.
Michael
Oh, dude.
Keaton Batman.
Shit was
Nah,
tight.
it's gonna be fucking Batfleck probably.
Fuck.
Yeah. Straight Viking with my 6'7" sub. Yeah, you should. You should. But whoever wins is getting a hoodie. Now, I got like 3 or 4 of these fucking hoodies right over here. I can show. Actually, let me go get them to show you like the quality of these motherfuckers, right? Let me go grab a couple.
Go ahead. Go
Wait, while
ahead.
he's gone, let me. I don't feel like posting this thing, but
I gotta say that shit.
it's probably really shitty because
I see Captain America. I see Spider-Man. Kid Spider-Man.
my wife is Black Widow.
Black Widow. There you go.
Hulk,
going on? Hulk,
and then
there you
I'm
go.
And then I'm Ronin.
Ah, I
Trying-
see.
I'm trying to like look in the stream and move this, and I'm moving it like the wrong way. It was a good. It was
That's
actually that was so my mother-in-law's birthday is actually on Halloween, so we did a big surprise party with the family
I
in
got this
costume, the
one
whole
here.
family in costumes.
Let's go.
This brand. I don't know what brand this one is.
They are very, very comfortable as well.
This is the
Very, very
independent
comfortable.
brand.
You guys got to be like you got if he's gonna be Batman, you got to be Robin or Batwoman or Catwoman.
This is the hoodie.
Catwoman, like the Fortnite skin.
Yeah.
Chi, you got this.
Catwoman.
We're gonna.
This is
I've
the
seen
regular
it.
one that Chi just
She
got.
rocks it every time. She rocks it every
This
time.
regular
Yeah, I
fucking
like that
hoodie.
one.
Oh, I like
always
that
got
one.
shirt.
That one looks tough.
Wait, is that's what I got? Right? No, it's a little different.
I don't
Here's
know.
my zip up I
Yeah,
just got.
What's the Halloween zip up? Nice.
These things are nice. These zip ups.
Only one time I do, bro. I used to, as a kid, man, I dressed up like. Bro,
Here's
as a
my other
kid,
zip up.
I would wear like 3 different costumes and trick or treat in my apartment complex growing up. I'd just go out like 4 times, 4 different costumes every year. Just stack up on the candy.
You guys are lucky.
Yeah,
What the
here's
fuck?
one of the other ones.
I had my parents wasn't balling like that, so I had like the same mask. I used to like personally
Well, no, it's just
scaring people just every year.
No,
Like,
I would say is like what I would do is
kids
like,
that walk around and
we
shit.
would get a costume. We would get a costume, and then like I would hold on to that shit, and then like next year I had 2 costumes. And then next year I had like 3 costumes, right? So like,
Oh, you racked up from each year.
yeah, bro. So from each year, so then like after a couple of years, like I had like a rotation going.
Oh yeah, I had like the same costume, like the same 3 years, and I got another costume. I just personally like scaring people. That's all I ever did for Halloween.
Yo, so
Like,
those things are all available on that website if you're interested. Sorry, Clay.
Bro, Hadouken, that's
Okay.
crazy. He said Hadouken didn't have interest in free candy. That's what he said. I just
Free
replaced the word Halloween with free candy.
So we're giving away what? One of the classic hoodies, right? Classic SP hoodie? Whatever design for the winner.
That's a good question. Can Pippin wants to know, can they do more than one entry, like more than one costume? I don't see why not.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
I don't know if we can answer that without a vote, though.
Yeah, what was said there was
I
that.
don't know if we
Or-
don't have the power to make those
That's a
calls.
good question. You know, that's something that you.
I mean, we
know,
do have the power to make those calls, but we don't make those calls.
Yeah, no, we don't do that.
Yes, I'm Superman. What's up, man? Welcome in. Appreciate you. This is the Streamers Paradise podcast. Welcome in. First time chat.
Let's go.
So does anybody else know what they're going to be for Halloween? Does anybody else
Not right.
know? Vito, thank you for the biddies, brother. I didn't see that, man.
My son's being Sonic.
Your son's being Sonic.
That's
So-
what he wanted. I was like, come on, Sonic, really?
Sonic is gangster, bro.
Yeah, he got a good costume of it too.
Braggy's son was saying he wanted to be Sonic. Is Sonic a thing this year? Like, is that
I
what it
mean,
is?
He was so into the Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the movie that came out this year. So I guess that's why people are probably like trying to be it for Halloween because it came out
yeah.
this year.
Really?
It was a good movie.
Because Braggy was talking about Sonic. That's
Sonic the
interesting.
Hedgehog 2 with Jim Carrey. That he kills that.
I
fucking
figured
character.
everybody was gonna be Jeffrey Dahmer.
I'm waiting for those costumes. I wanna
Adults,
see
you probably will see
somebody.
those. I'm not gonna lie, Jeffrey Dahmer is like a pretty easy costume, so like I wouldn't be surprised if like you got kids
That's
knocking on
a
your
wig.
door
That
and
probably
his
could
dad
rock.
is like just chilling like Jeffrey Dahmer, waiting for him to get his candy kind of thing.
I seen somebody on TikTok.
might
like,
have to do
just
that
like,
shit, dude.
Oh my god.
I might
so
have
funny.
to die. I just won't get my. I mean,
Yo, Waluigi would be hilarious though.
I'm gonna frost. I gotta frost my tips, I guess.
Waluigi
I
was
think
my favorite
so. I don't know.
character.
I don't know if I'm
I don't
getting
know.
dressed up. I don't know what like our plan is, but I know my kids are gonna be Transformers.
Good night, Hadouken.
They
Thanks
got
for being
those-
here.
They got those ones where like if you like tuck in and like lay on the ground, that like folds over so it looks like the car.
You don't need a Jeffrey Dahmer costume though. All you need to do is buy a pair of fucking glasses that are his make and model. Right? Grow the
And
hair.
frost your tips.
Frost your tips. Put on a belt. Tuck in the
Tuck your shirt in. Tuck your
Yeah.
flannel. Tuck in your
Tuck in
flannel.
your
like-
flannel.
Just literally look like every dad from
Talk.
the late 80s to early 90s.
Have that kind of Kenosha kind of talk when you say things, and you know, Milwaukee things are like that in Milwaukee. Want a drink? Oh fuck. No, I don't know what cousin would look just like Jeffrey Dahmer though. What cousin has blonde hair that looks like Jeffrey Dahmer? Fuck, Jeffrey Dahmer's scary fuck. Oh,
Who's
Christian.
that?
His
That's not your
son.
mom. Your mom didn't change your mom.
No,
name,
that's
did she?
my uncle. He's talking about his son.
Oh shit. It's
Oh,
messed up.
shit.
You got to walk around with a drill and the glasses, and people will know who you are. That's a fucked up thing to do, though, man, because he was like, he's not fake. It's not like it's Freddy Krueger serial killer. It's not Jason or Michael Myers serial killer. This is real serial killer that fucking did
it's just-
wild shit. Dude, you know what blew my mind? And we talked about this on the podcast, right? We did 2 episodes about Jeffrey Dahmer, right? Didn't we do 2 episodes about him?
2
Talk
episodes.
about
Yeah.
him. Yep.
Right? Fucking,
We keep going. It'll be 3.
yeah. Whatever. You're right. I don't want to talk about him. Yeah, you're right. I don't even want to talk about him.
No, because it's gonna happen. I know it's gonna happen. It's just gonna keep on going.
No, it happened in 1991, bro. Like we were alive. I don't know if Clutch was alive. Clutch is a fucking
Me.
baby.
Not me.
But
I wasn't
like,
even
I was a.
thought of yet.
What year were you born?
93.
93. All right. So he was alive when you were alive, though. That was when the trial
Basically.
was.
Mm-hmm,
He went to trial in 93. He was in trial in 93. He got killed in 94.
So were you guys as a kid like watching this in the
But
news
this
or some
is
shit?
what I'm
like,
trying to
or-
say to you. Like,
No,
I
was
don't.
like- so
I was 5, 4, 5, 6. I was 7. I was 7 years old when he was on fucking TV on this trial. Like, so that means that my parents were having conversations about this sick fuck. And I was just a little kid not
he's
knowing.
just like crashing out of fucking trucks.
Yeah, like I'm just.
Me too. I was same age. Same age.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't remember him, but my parents were like, "Can you fucking believe this fucking guy?" Like just think about that. In 1991, you hear that some 31-year-old guy is in an apartment complex chopping people up and putting them in fucking barrels. Like it just. Like, what? Right? Like, what? And then the trial was on TV, just like the fucking Depp Amber Heard thing. Like, I just would have never thought that it was like that. Because Ted Bundy's trial was on TV too, and that was in the fucking what? The 80s or the 70s. I didn't know that these things were immortalized even then while it was happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I have to keep going, but I think that's part of the problem.
Right, for sure.
You immortalize these people, and people like even nowadays like, okay, they've been immortalizing these people for years.
We've
Like,
talked about
I
him
wanna
on
be
our
famous.
podcast for 3 hours almost now, and we have continued. Let's move on.
We keep going.
Let's move on. Let's move on. All right.
Let's get to another topic. The other two that were left was dreams and aliens. What you guys want to start with? Because I like both topics, to be honest.
I'm fine.
Both of them are good, man. That's the.
All right, so do you guys believe in aliens?
Let's go say let's go aliens. Yeah, I do. 100%.
100%,
I don't know what I
right?
believe about them. I don't know what I believe about them. I don't know. Like, I don't think they look like what they keep showing us as random alien shit is on TV. Bro, like, you could be a fucking alien and you're fucking with me right now. But like, I definitely believe that there's other shit out there. There's no way there's not.
Hold
There's
on.
no
Hold
way.
on.
Mhm.
We talk
Okay.
we talk about aliens. Are we talking about aliens that are sophisticated enough that they're coming here and talking with us and fucking with us and they're in contact? Because that's a whole different thing, right? Is there something out there that's alive that's just like us, or in its less in its infancy, or maybe even more in the future, but they're not fucking coming here? I don't think there's anything that's big enough that's coming here, right? Unless you're going with the pyramid shit was fucking right Stargate stuff.
I'm not into like the crazy fantasy, but you can't tell me in a universe that this fucking big, like we've never seen the end of it, but somehow like you can tell me there's no life anywhere else out there.
No, I'm saying there's life out there, but I don't think it's
No, I just mean in
intelligent
general,
enough
like,
to
people are
make
gonna-
it here, right? You got to think about that. It has to be so much farther that the nearest planet that it can even inhabit life is how many millions of light years away from us? Like there's an Earth 2 somewhere. What do they call it? Let's Google it real quick. Somebody get on Google and Google what is there's one that they talk about.
I heard.
That is in the vicinity that we can see, right? The universe is so expansive that there are more likely civilizations in our stage of being. There are most likely civilizations in our stage of being and beyond our stage. Before our stage. What I'm saying, but my point is that if you are able to travel light years through time, right? Without it actually affecting your, you're talking about fucking physics and all that shit now. Did you look it up? What does it say?
Oh no, all I'm finding is some bullshit on Earth too. Somebody who's more intelligent than I am needs to.
So
I know computer shit. I don't know Earth shit.
I mean, I don't know if what you're talking about is what I'm thinking about, because I'm more like I watch like YouTube videos and shit like that, of different conspiracies, like people saying it's a different galaxies, endless galaxies and whatnot. There's literally an Earth 2.
All right,
Like
you're right. So
somebody-
here it is. So such worlds of interest to astronomers because they might be small and cool enough to host liquid water on the surface and might therefore be hospitable to life. NASA's science chief John Grunsfield called the new world Earth 2.0 and the closest so far to our home, which is around 1,400 light years away from Earth. So that means that there is a galaxy 1,400 light years away from Earth that could inhabit life. Okay? Now let's just say that it does inhabit life. That would have to be thousands of years in more advanced than us for them to be able to travel, to us, let alone fucking do it undetected at this point, right? Like, you can guarantee that there is a civilization out there with teleportation capabilities. See, I don't know if you can guarantee it,
I don't know how you can guarantee
but it
that.
would make sense. It really would. It would make sense. And because the world is so vast, why would they even notice that we're here? Not the world, the galaxy, right? Like the universe is so big, it's ever expanding. It's fucking, when you look at it and you see all the different galaxies and you know how far apart they are from what you're looking at it, and how each one of those things is fucking thousands and millions and billions of everything. Like, it's wild, man. They're watching us through their own satellites. They're watching us through. Oh, you think they're watching us through our own satellites? Those civilizations could easily be millions of years older than ours. Right. Those civilizations could be millions of years older, but are they coming back here? Like, are they able to travel the distance between space and time? That's the thing. That's always going to be the problem. Unless, just like the 100, you're throwing people on a plane and you're reproducing on the plane, right? Making smart people to travel this, like, their whole life purpose is to fucking travel on this plane. Learn how to, to drive it, and then fucking drive it until they die. And then their kids, their kids driving it, right? What else is there?
I mean, like looking at the comments and everybody, and she says they're currently laughing at us. I'm sure of it. I don't know how this shit works or anything works. I'm just thinking from a mindset out there, right? Maybe they're trying to test us. Maybe they want to try to see what type of civilization we will grow into. But seeing the process that we have so far, we're kind of like a laughing joke, We're destroying the earth in a way. We got fucking Biden as president, or I don't know, like mad different shit, like
think
from
they're
people
thinking about Biden?
And I don't know, just anything. I mean, there's so many different stories behind shit. And what's the fucking shit in Vegas that you can't have fucking access to?
Area 51.
Area 51. Like, what the fuck are they doing out there that you can't go out there and fucking see what they're doing?
Well, so,
like,
I would say that's a whole nother thing, is like, right, like we're saying, like, how do we know? It's like, maybe we do, and our government just doesn't let us know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, maybe all this shit is known by certain people. Maybe we just don't know.
That's why they're coming in here to put us on check, but then listen, I don't know.
Maybe Biden knows and he just forgot.
There's not many people that can keep secrets like that, though, bro. Think about that shit, man.
But
especially nowadays.
There's a lot of people on YouTube that talk about that this shit's real, that they seen these fucking aliens and
do you believe them?
And shit like that. I mean, but
so,
do you believe them?
The thing is, I believe them to that extent where it's a possibility. It's like, so you can't tell me it's not possible when there is aliens out there in the world, Like, I feel like there's definitely different amount of lives out there. We're definitely not the only lives in the world. In this universe, there's galaxies and shit like that. That's what I feel personally.
I've seen some shit that I cannot confirm nor deny what it was.
I saw an alien.
Normal.
I saw an alien once.
I can never say I saw an alien. I saw a ghost before I saw an alien.
No, I seen some crazy shit in the sky that happened so fast I couldn't tell you what it was, but it wasn't normal.
Like a UFO?
No, just some crazy lights flashing, like covering the entire sky. It's like I tell you, it could have been a fucking firework somewhere. It all seemed too interesting to me.
Seeing a UFO, though, doesn't necessarily mean it's...
Yeah, it could have been the first drone ever made exploded. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what the fuck it's
Right.
Let's take a peek at some fucking UFO videos.
I wish I could have recorded it somehow, but
there's a lot of recent ones. TikTok be flooded with those shits. Like,
the thing is that how the fuck can you believe any of it, bro?
The thing is, if I was making a video for TikTok, I could fudge the fuck out of that. You know what I mean? Between drones and technology, you can. Bro, look at Hazey's. He's even got a room behind him right now.
Exactly.
Just him
Yeah,
floating
people
there.
always go to that extent to like. That's what I'm saying.
Right, exactly. I'm floating in space.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't believe half the shit I've seen on any type of social
You
media.
believe we went to the moon? I mean, yeah, I guess. Why not?
There's videos of people accusing those people that went to the moon, saying you never went to the moon. Why are you lying about it? Blah blah.
I've seen that shit too.
Like I see like that. I see like conspiracies and documentaries and shit like that. And people talk about all this shit. You know.
Fire in the
I believe
sky. That fucking. Okay, so, see, this is where I have trouble, right? The movie Fire in the Sky tortured me as a child. All right? When I was a kid, the movie Fire in the Sky, I watched it with my dad, and he said, this is based on a true story. And I had fucking nightmares for months. I still think about that movie and fucking my asshole puckers up. All right? And I'll tell you why.
I've never seen
We're
it.
gonna show you the scary Fire in the Sky part. It's about an alien abduction, and then 30 years later, they got the fucking guy on the Joe Rogan show talking about it.
That's crazy. I want to hear this now.
Travis, his name is
Ragnarok.
Travis.
I saw the fourth kind. That one fucked me up as a kid because I'm younger.
She's lying
obviously.
right now. She said she watched Disney movies till she was 25. But
This shit is so scary.
She still watches them.
Wait, I want to watch that. Fire in the Sky is what it's called.
Yo, it's no
I never
joke.
saw that one.
It's
That
no
makes me
joke.
intrigued. I love scary movies. So we're gonna drink. I saw the fourth kind. That's what got me. It was based on true events in Alaska, bro.
Look
that
at this
shit was
shit.
kind of. Hold on. Value. Oh, I've definitely never seen this.
So they take him up, and then they do this to him. I was like fucking 6 years old when I saw this.
Oh, I've been traumatized.
You watched this right after you watched your trial. That was nice.
Like the Martian character from that old movie. Jabba.
They're so angry.
I want to watch this.
Oh, what the hell? It's a messed up movie.
So, Imashi.
This is apparently based on a true story.
Just like the fourth kind, yo.
Yo, you guys watch Guardians of the Galaxy? He was abducted by aliens. Kind of like E.T.'s parents. I think.
I'm gonna have to watch this tonight. Hold up.
It's on Netflix, I think. It's called Fire in the Sky. They're not gonna take his eye.
Yeah, G.
They're not gonna take his eye.
Just watch it. Just watch it. You're fine.
Pretty sure it's doing it. I just want to talk. I'm not trying to stream.
I know. They said turn it.
Yeah, Johnny's not too happy.
They
All
said
right, so-
fuck aliens.
Joe Rogan, Travis Walton tells his story of abduction. We have just enough time. This is the guy that experienced this. Stop telling me what to do. I'm turning it off for the real guy.
An experience.
For
Let's
this
take it
guy.
back to the day that this happened. You're
We
22,
still got
you're
the
logging,
dream topic,
you're in
just
the
saying.
woods. Tell me what happened.
Well, it's just, when you're done working hard physical labor, everybody's kind of jacked up, and there was a whole lot of chatter in the car. We're just talking away, it's starting to get dark. We just loaded up our equipment. We're headed out. And I looked up ahead, and I saw this kind of glow coming through the trees. First I thought, no big deal, you know, it was deer hunting season. Thought maybe there was some hunters camped up on the hill up there. Maybe light shining through a tent. It was still something really strange, kind of caught my eye.
A lot of people come up to take
And
pictures, you know, like
one
right
by one,
before
the
we're
other guys
casting
in the
for-
crew started looking, but nobody said, "Oh my God, what's that?" or anything like that. It was just kind of an idle curiosity at first. Said, but when we burst into the clearing, where we could see the source of this glow, it was just whoa, you know. I mean, it was just mind blowing instantly. I inexplicably got out of the truck and ran toward this thing, but I thought it was just going to take off, be gone in a flash. And
So when you say in the clearing, so are you driving on a dirt road?
yeah, it's a dirt road. Trees are real thick. This was a part of the contract we hadn't cut in yet, so trees were a lot thicker there, except for this clearing, and we weren't the only ones that saw it. We found out later. Sheriff had on file people who were in the area that saw it, you know, hunters and fishermen over there at Black Canyon Lake. And the movement that they described was what the crew described when it left. Of course, I didn't see that, but
What did they describe?
they described this glow rising up and streaking off, I believe they said, toward the northeast. There were some people that probably don't want to be public about it, but there was one guy who was just deer hunting, and he worked in military intelligence, and he stuck by what he and his wife saw. They were both together. And another guy that was at Black Canyon Lake, I won't mention any of those guys' names unless they chose to, but found out later that there was more official investigation that nobody talked about at the time. Immediately, though, this was all nonsense, and these guys murdered him, and even my oldest brother, he didn't believe me. He thought they had killed me. What we were doing with the brush that we cut was piling it up. There were piles that were.
So in the movie, like there's this, like the whole struggle is there, like his whole story, like this 2-month period of time, because he's missing for like a weekend or some shit.
Wet conditions otherwise, but burning
He
up
goes
this
missing for like
excess
a little
material
while, maybe a weekend
to
or 2
reduce the
weeks.
fire
Or I don't know
danger
how
in the
long he
woods.
goes missing for.
And my oldest brother was tearing those piles apart. He was certain that my body was under there. And there were some pretty testy confrontations between him and my brother. And I think even my other brother, Dwayne, he initially took that approach, but he quickly became sure that they were telling the truth.
Now, what do you remember when you're going through your mind and you're trying? I mean, this is a story you've told so many times, and this is a story that's been turned into a film. It's got to be very surreal. But when you look into your memories and you try to go back to that day.
Well, I don't try. It's something I try to block out, but it's unforgettable. And there's.
What do you remember seeing when you ran into the clearing?
Well, the whole clearing was lit up with this weird glow. It's really hard to for any artist or movie to try to duplicate the strange glow there was there. Made everything look really, really pretty eerie, you know. And
Did it have a color to it?
it was kind
what
of
a
a
wacko.
golden color, but with a kind of a softness to it that was.
So it's interesting too. See, like he looks so serious when he's talking about this alien light, right? Like I wouldn't think to lie about something like that, right? Like if I was one of these people who wanted to lie about something, I don't know what a pathological liar thinks, but like would you think that in depth to like hey, the light wasn't like any light I've ever seen. Like it wasn't like yellow or anything. It was
Right, that you couldn't look at it.
I don't know.
But it
I actually
had a
know a
metallic
pathological
look
liar.
to
No,
it.
they never went into that many.
So what did the
details.
craft itself
right.
look
It's
like?
there's no reason to. They
It
know they're
was,
gonna get caught in a lie. They don't care.
Classic disc.
I respect that, right? Like I
craft.
said, his story doesn't change at all over the years. I mean,
So
that's
one of the
that's
yeah, no, you're right. One of the topics that we were discussing today was aliens. And some people believe that they're here. My thing is this with aliens. They got to be crazy advanced to come here. And like, why are they coming here if they're that advanced to come here? Doesn't make sense. But like, then you got guys like this who have been abducted and they've made movies about it. Fire in the Sky. Look it up. The movie Fire in the Sky. Scary as fuck.
Report. I can never remember names, but this guy was saying that he worked at Area 51, and they had something in there. He worked with the Tester Model Corporation to create a model of what he was describing, and that's actually the closest of any of the other descriptions I've seen. But I don't think these things have just one type of craft. I think there's many, many different shapes.
What makes you think that?
Well, personal experience. I try not to emphasize these other incidents, but I've seen the glowing sphere. I've seen the giant black triangle. Other craft that were a ball of light that you couldn't penetrate the light with your eyes, but
No, this is after this experience.
I think the reason my brother Dwayne was persuaded more quickly than my brother Don was that he saw a craft in those woods. It's probably 10 miles from there while deer hunting. And it was kind of tic-tac shaped, and that's something that's been observed by, in military reports recently.
Yeah.
Yo, we're coming up on 3,000
so
followers.
You see this
Holy
thing,
shit.
This disc-shaped craft, and then what happens?
It started to move and started to get louder.
Louder.
Yeah. It was, the guys in the truck heard it too. There was a low, thunderous kind of a rumble that you actually sort of felt more than heard.
See, the guy
And
just
then there
seems
were other high-pitched frequencies.
he just
I was
seems
talking
too
to a group
legit
of,
to me. I don't know, man.
students from technical college, and they
He
were
just
really
seems
interested in what the
too-
sound was like to try to,
Not crazy.
compare that with theories that they had concerning what might be their propulsion. But the increase in volume, it suddenly got louder as it started to move. And, at the same time, the guys in the truck were screaming, "Get away from there, let's go, get back in the truck, let's go." And which would have been the smart thing to do. But as soon as it moved, it startled me, and I just ducked for cover. There was a log there. I got down behind this log, and they were screaming, "Let's go, let's go, let's go." And I didn't need to be told. I was just going to, stand up and run away. But see, when I jumped for cover, I went down and forward to reach where the log would hide me. And that brought me closer to it. So when I stood up, at that point, that was the closest I was to the object.
How close?
It was still like 8 or 10 feet away,
How the
from the surface of it. But that was when the energy discharge happened. I've worked on a number of theories about what might have happened. At the time, some of the other guys on the truck were thinking, immediately Steve said, it got him. Like, if you shot a deer, you got it,
Right.
And so it might not have been, as we assumed at first, that it was some kind of stun gun or something, but maybe just closing that gap allowed this energy to leap to ground through me. And
Like static electricity or something.
yeah, one thing that really weighs heavy in that direction is that when I found years later that they have satellites or something that record the number of lightning strikes, and that area has the highest frequency of lightning strikes of any place in the continental United States, except for the Everglades. The Everglades has a bit more, but that's over water. So that adds to another theory. What were they doing there?
So he's
that
talking
area
about them doing all kinds
that
of weird.
has a high level of lightning strikes. Do you think it makes sense that they're observing that, or is
So this guy just does seem super sincere, but we don't have time to finish it. This is the scene that he just recreated. Like they recreated. This is the scene that he just spoke about from the movie.
Get back to the truck! The hell is that? Come on! Get back in that truck! Get out of there! What is it? I don't know what that is.
I want to know, are you guys sitting in the truck or are you guys standing out there?
I'm not getting out. No.
Motherfucker, I'm driving on my way home already, dude.
I'm out there. I guess I'll be that guy.
Travis, get out of there! Leave the son of a bitch here if he's gonna be an asshole! Travis, get back here!
So they were calling for him. Get out of there.
Time check. You got a minute, bro.
So he said that it was only 8 or 10 feet away, but he wasn't afraid. Now he's afraid. Yeah, no, I see it, baby. I guess that's a light that you haven't really seen before. So that's what he was just talking about, the energy, and that made him stop.
I never stopped in that time. Like, this is Bayou Munch? Okay. Gotta come visit
How
you
much
soon.
can you do me a solid munch?
I mean, that
I'm a
movie is
visit.
no joke, man.
I'm gonna come visit Munch.
Movie was no joke. That movie fucking terrified me growing up.
What movie?
It's called Fire in the Sky.
I mean, what year? What year?
93 is when it came out. So I was 8.
When I was born.
I was 5. I was 5. I was 5 in 93. No, I wasn't. I was 6. I was 6. Nevertheless, thank you guys for stopping by tonight. Appreciate you guys. This is the 33rd episode. 33. This is.
30.
Did you write the announcements?
This is the 33rd episode of the Streamers Paradise podcast, and I appreciate you guys. Peace out.
You have a good one.